This disturbing CCTV camera footage originates from Jamundi Town, South Colombia, near Cali. A motorcycle parked under the tree was rigged with explosives and detonated when cops passed by. White and blue pickup truck with green squared pattern. Lucky no one hurt. Everything seemed calm, but this area is known for being one of the most dangerous in the whole country. This isn't the first explosion in the area. It was rush hour, around 7:30 AM on a Friday, so lots of people are moving around town. Apparently the main suspects are FARC guerrillas, which seems like a retaliation for military operations in their drug smuggling zones south of the country. Look at the guy wearing the helmet in the far right of the screen. He presses on something in his hand while looking across the street, then drops it on the balcony. Just watch those moments a few more times. Sure enough, it's a remote. I mean, everybody left the scene besides them too, so from an outsider point of view, they seem pretty suspect. A hydraulic crane collapsed onto a building during ongoing metro construction work in western India's Gujarat, causing property damage but fortunately resulting in no serious injuries. The incident took place at the Nanavaraha area of Surat on August 22nd. Visuals showed in front of the metro construction site a crane had fallen onto a nearby building, crushing and breaking part of the structure. The scene appeared extremely frightening and life-threatening, with the damaged portion of the building visibly crumpled and shattered under the weight of the crane. The sight was chaotic and alarming, reflecting the serious nature of the incident. The incident occurred when two cranes, one with a capacity of 400 metric tons and the other with 375 metric tons, were engaged in launching girders. According to Surat Metro Rail Director Prashant Kulkarni, the boom of one crane bent unexpectedly and fell onto a nearby building, also damaging the second crane. While the crane operator sustained minor injuries, no civilians were harmed. The building suffered minor damage and a few motorcycles parked nearby were also impacted. This terrifying video was recorded at an amusement park, and this spinning ride was going normally until this unexpected moment happened. As you can see, the top part of the ride fell while it was still going. I don't know exactly the use for this part, but I strongly doubt that there's a useless part. Thankfully, it fell in the hole, but it could fall on the people with the ride moving along with it. People were scared, and they ended the ride immediately, and luckily no other damage was seen. I've seen many videos from amusement parks having trouble, and it can be extremely scary even more if you're on the ride. This disturbing moment was recorded by passers-by in India, showing this elephant who started causing major trouble on the road and even attacking his surroundings.
ये हाथी सनक गई है एकमा बाजार पे लो लाल लो क्या कौन तारा पे है हाथी पूरा सनक गई है देखो इनार लो प्लॉट भी का जी बसो प्लॉट भी का प्लॉट भी बॉल लगा के प्लॉट भी
whatever reason, he attacked and damaged this white car which had no one inside. As you can see, he pulled it in the air like it was nothing. He then tried to go against the bus, but this one was way too heavy even for the elephant. I don't know why the man on the elephant wasn't trying to stop him, but he finally left. Everyone was just looking at what was going on, and it seems the elephant just woke up on the wrong foot. Apparently it happened on a Sunday morning, and the owner of the white car goes out with his wife to buy groceries, parks his car, and goes to shop. Returns to see his car being destroyed by an elephant and the audience enjoying the view. Scary moment when scuba divers are caught off guard with a lightning strike striking the last they're in. If lightning strikes while you are underwater diving, the electrical current will travel through the water, potentially causing serious injuries. The metal scuba gear can act as a conductor, further increasing the risk. Sound waves are pressure waves, but since water is, essentially, incompressible, the waves don't lose as much energy as they would in air. When a pressure wave travels through the air, it rapidly compresses and then rapidly decompresses. This absorbs some of the energy. Water barely compresses at all, so the energy is retained more than it is in air. That's also why sound travels much further in water. This dashcam footage was recorded on October 29th of 2024 in the US. The video shows a driver going back home after a long day at work. His neighborhood is pretty dark, even with the streetlights. When he took a sharp turn, this is what he came close to. As you can see, a young biker almost hit his car by doing a dangerous maneuver. The car at the end of the street has its lights on, which was even harder to see if something was coming. I think it's the biker's fault, who should have lights to make him visible, because it was just impossible for the car owner to see him. The driver did not see them until it would have been far too late to take any effective action. It did not improve on subsequent viewings. I can't imagine how short the reaction window would have been living through it in real time. This next clip shows this group of people on a concrete platform, and it seems they were doing a photo shoot, and they started filming the waves coming at them. The angle of the video is pretty limited, but I'm sure the man saw what was about to happen. As you can see, they started running and grabbed all of their stuff, even if the waves were coming up to them. Slow response, but also we have a better point of view of what's happening. I wonder if from their angle it looked just like a big wave at first, until they realized it kept coming at them. People do not use their brains when they need to use it. I think unless you deal with flash floods every day, common sense doesn't come into it. That's pretty much my argument against common sense. It's not some innate thing we're born with like instinct. It's learned, and it can only become muscle memory through practice and repetition. Sometimes it just takes 1 ounce of complacency. A team of wildlife rangers recently captured a heart-stopping moment when an enraged cassowary chased them during a track inspection on Wothothi country. In Queensland's Northern Cape York Peninsula, the rangers were conducting their rounds on quad bikes when the territorial bird suddenly charged after them, covering hundreds of meters at full speed. Video footage reveals the cassowary closing in on the quad bike, dodging tree branches and showing no signs of slowing down as it pursued them down the track. Cameron Wilson, the first to encounter the cassowary, was riding ahead of the group when he felt an unsettling presence behind him. Glancing back, he saw the bird in full pursuit. Wilson's bike hit an embankment, forcing him to face off with the cassowary for an intense 8 minutes until fellow ranger Clayton Enoch arrived. Enoch quickly pulled Wilson onto his quad bike, and the two attempted to escape. However, the cassowary redirected its chase toward the other rangers who were further down the track in a 6-seater buggy. Cassowaries can reach up to 1.8 meters in height and weigh as much as 70 kilograms. Known for their powerful legs, these birds are capable of delivering formidable kicks, and their claws can grow up to 10 centimeters long. This terrifying dashcam footage shows the chain reaction crash involving a truck transporter occurred at KM 92 of Sipularang Toll Road, heading towards Jakarta on Monday, November 11th, 2024 at 3:15 p.m. Apparently, a police car pursued the truck down a steep section of the road, where the truck missed an emergency braking ramp. As you can see, the truck had barely time to realize the car pileup was in front of him and couldn't stop, which caused him to collide with multiple cars. Social media footage showed the dramatic aftermath, with minibuses stacked, flipped, and scattered across the highway, reportedly caused by the truck's suspected brake malfunction. Thankfully, none of the passengers were seriously injured. This scary clip shows a hydraulic breaker demolishing this piece of bridge when it all collapsed underneath it. My guess is post-tensioned concrete. Basically, the concrete has a bunch of steel cables in it that are tightened after the concrete hardens. This means the concrete is under compressive forces in most directions, so it is much stronger. But if you free one of those cranked down cables, they will snap back since they are under said tension. Here it looked like one snapping put enough pressure into the other cables, and they all snapped, crackled, and popped together.